Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. When I was a young warthog. What's going on, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Good to see y'all. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Good to see y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Can you guys hear me all right? Mic sounds good. Camera looks all right. Camera looks all right. We look all right in the camera. What a busy, insane day. Holy schmackaroos. Been quite the day. All right, we are queued up in the $3 mini. We did not promote this live stream whatsoever. So for everybody who's tuning in, hi, my name is Disco. I like to party. And I've been slammed, been getting absolutely slammed with obviously content, real life work, and then this 24-hour charity draftathon that we got going on tomorrow. Shout out to my guy, Hutchinson Brown. What a beautiful, brilliant human being. Honestly, one of the sharpest fantasy football minds and just an even better person. I'm a fan of his content. I got to meet him, and we had quite the conversation. I want to say to this day, it's still one of the greatest conversations I ever had in my life in terms of just fantasy football back and forth. And I could talk with the best of them, and it was tough to keep up with this guy. I don't know if it was because Sleez and his wife kept buying us shots, or if it was because he knows his stuff. But this guy definitely knows his ball, and he's just a good dude. Shout out to Hutchinson Brown. Hutchinson Brown reposted the stream. Thank you. What's up, Disco? What's up, Hutch? Good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a great day, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. One more sleep until we don't sleep, folks. Knowing my dumb ass, I'll do exactly what I did last year during the 24-hour draftathon and wake up at 6 a.m., even though the stream starts at 12 p.m. So, yeah, it's just what I do. Just what I do. We are in the $3 mini. If you guys are not familiar with what we're doing and where we're doing it at, I'm about to tell you. We'll just catch up with Bones here. Pineapples. $3 mini pineapples, folks. Pineapples indeed. All right, this is not a mock draft that we're about to do. This is a real money draft with real money implications. How much real money are we talking about? We're doing the new mini, which is a $3 investment. And for your $3 investment, you could potentially win $25,000 if you finish first. If you don't finish in first, there's $125,000 that gets redistributed to all other placements. It's total points format, most points win. So there's no playoff correlation. There's no head-to-head matchup. Whoever outscores the rest of the 56,000 lineups takes home the bacon. It's Best Ball Weekly scoring from weeks 1 to 17. 12 teams draft fast and slow. $3 entry. You get to max out at 150 lineup. There's also the Drafter Superflex, which appears that it should fill by the end of next week. It's $125,000 in total prizes. It's a $10 buy-in, and $25,000 goes to first. There's also the Drafters Main, where it's a $20 buy-in, and this is what we're going to do for the majority of the stream tomorrow. This is the big tournament, the big slice of pie. It's a $20 buy-in. 500,000 USD goes to first. And it's a $20 buy-in. I said that. 500,000 USD goes first. $2.5 million gets redistributed to all other placements. I think we need some tunage. What do you guys think? Some tunage. Feeding the ducks. Sick. The fact that it's called Feeding the Ducks, if you know, you know. By the way, somebody remind me that we have a duck announcement. If you know, you know. 20 rounds. This is how best ball works. 20 rounds to build your rosters for depth. Each week, you start the following positions: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances will be applied to weekly totals. So no more leaving points on the bench. No more waiver wires. No more trades. None of that garbage. Get that garbage out of here. So sign up today on Drafters Fantasy using promo code DISCO to double your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you make a deposit of $25 to $100 this weekend, today to the end of Sunday, Drafters will donate, and you guys complete a draft. Drafters will donate $20 to the GoFundMe for the 24-hour Draftathon. We just got a lot of these. So we're going to tell you guys about the Draftathon real quick because We got anybody and everybody in this draftathon, and we just pretty much finalized the schedule. There's still room for more people, and we will make room for more people because anybody who wants to help, we're more than grateful to. This is the second Big Heart Energy 24-hour charity draftathon. All proceeds goes towards local hospice and palliative care. And let me just, hopefully my PC's been crashing again, and I'm terrified. I want to set that only that standard. All right, so guest list. We got Debro, Scott Fish, Sal Leto. We're on the clock. We're at the 103, so we'll tell you guys again. The other FF guy, I don't know who that is. I wonder who I'm going to pick here. The other FF guy. Chat is all right, so the other FF guy, I don't know him. Yours truly at the 103, Broadster at the 106, Boner at the 110, and that's it. That's every. Oh, D-Ball, that looks familiar. Why does that name look familiar? Who is that at the 109? Who's that at the 109? So yeah, guest lists tomorrow for 24 hours. D-Bro is going to be kicking it off with us. Scott Fish and Sal Leto will be there. 32 beat writers will have a representative with us. Pat Fitzmaurice, Andrew Erickson, Jim Coventry, Bob Harris, Frank Almirante, Greg Kellogg, obviously Sleez, some folks from the sports affiliation, Gina Noble, shout out to her, the queen of fantasy football Picasso. That is Johnny Tuma from Player Profiler, Tyler Bradley, the founder of Fantasy Football Advice Network, Joe Ferk, Supernova, that's Pete Nova, Chev. We got Brett Lanier. He's going to be on there. Also a sponsor. We got Trent, also the Bull Rush sponsor. He's going to be on drafting with us. Tootsie Pop, Wendy Early, Tip Major, Rick Brusalis, Hutchinson Brown, Updog, one of the greatest best ball drafters on the planet. Biggs, Pope FF, that's Jeremy Pope. We got FF Canuck, that's Grindberg. James CO, of course. We got World Fantasy Rank, another sponsor. Nick Wilcox, Dynasty FF Helper, Steve O'Speak, Who Hames. Sponsored by a Bull Rush, Drafters Fantasy, the Fantasy Football Expo, Better Vision, World Fantasy Rank, Sports Affiliation, and 32 beat writers, guys. Yes, 32 beat writers decided to sponsor the 24-hour Draftathon, which is freaking huge if you guys know who they are. What are we doing? We're doing a mini, baby boy. We're doing a mini. Sleez Raid. What's up, Sleez? I'll be up 5 to 10. Heard. Just go get something to eat, man. You feel free to eat on my stream. I don't care. We're taking it easy today. Keeping it low key. Dang, I missed this lobby. Quack quack. No, so no quack quack. No quack quack today. There's going to be a heck of a lot of quack quacks tomorrow because we're giving away 10 tickets to the main. We're giving away 10 minis. So bunch of great giveaways tomorrow. But one of the owners of Drafters, he sent me a text, and it was a TikTok. It was this guy sending me a TikTok. More importantly, why the hell is he doing it on his honeymoon? Nevertheless, shout out to that man. And it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. It was 88,000 ducks in an actual duck race in Chicago, and they do it every year for charity. And it's like $8 or $7 for a duck, and it's called the World's Fairest Race. If you haven't seen the video for the World's Fairest Race, boy oh boy, it was a spectacle. It was something to watch. I was literally smiling from ear to ear. I maybe watched the video 3 times. Super cool, super cool. If you guys got your fantasy football questions, get them in now, because we might not be able to answer any and all of them. Well, we'll definitely be able to answer some, but we won't be able to answer all of them. Montreal Mike says, Darrenac. There you go. Just because he's from Montreal. Alouette, Gentil Alouette. Brian Thomas Jr., guys, that's my wide receiver one. Yes, I'll draft him at the 3. Confidently, with a smile on my face. And if he screws up, then shoot, he screws up. But all signs are leading to him being the wide receiver one this year. And if you guys have been following any of my content, you'll know why, for sure. We got 50 people watching us on X. Shout out to you guys. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like, smash a subscription. We got a massive 24-hour charity stream tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So who's the name? Who's which name? Oh, what's his face? Matt Harmon may swing by as well. Matt Harmon may swing by as well. But out of all the names that we mentioned that are going to be on the 24-hour Draftathon, who's the one that you guys are most excited about? Type it in the chat. Let me know. It's going to be a big show. 69 viewers. This is not a vitamin water. Not a vitamin water. I got to change my camera placement. If you guys have not checked, we've also posted our top 12 tight end rankings. And I put to rest the debate of Brock Bowers versus Trey McBride. And it's undeniable at this point now, the way I laid it out for you folks. Trey McBride is the tight end one. And it ain't even close. Like Brock Bowers, for all intents and purposes, should not be my tight end two. But out of respect for him, I put him at my tight end too. All right. Gina says, okay, I'm here. Shout out to Gina. All right, so Gina is the greatest female drafter on the planet, and not just as a female. She's just a sharp fantasy football mind. She dominated Scott Fish 2 years ago. If you guys don't know what the Scott Fish Bowl is, it's literally the world's largest fantasy football tournament. She absolutely dominated it, and it's an honor to feature her and have her on our show tomorrow. That's why her and Tootsie Pop, they have an early time slot, because Tootsie Pop is just like the sweetest human being on the planet. But Gina knows her fantasy football, so she's going to act all like shy and coy, like she doesn't know her way around a fantasy football draft in this app. But she did sign up on Drafters using promo code DISCO, and for signing up, she's going to get Drafters to essentially make a deposit in her honor to the charity. All right, we'll go Cortland Sutton here. See if I can wait for Brees one more round. She says the fast draft is really fast. That's me at 9. You still? I knew you were familiar. I knew D-ball 03. That's my guy Devin. Good to see you, Devin. I think you might be over evaluating my skills a little. Hell no. You're as sharp as they come. So essentially, Gina, everybody here, all 12 people in this lobby right here, we all paid the $3 deposit when you click join and join fast draft. You can also do a slow draft, but we're not going to do that tomorrow. I was patient and I got Brees Hall to fall in that round. Let's go. So all 12 of us had to queue up and put our $3 in, and then at the top where it shows you your drafter's wallet and how much money you have there, yours got doubled. It'll deduct the 3. That's how you know you're in. Once the lobby queues up, it randomizes where we draft, and it gave me the 3rd overall slot. And as you can see with my start, because it's PPR, you start 3 wide receivers no matter what, potentially 4. I went heavy wide receiver start, but I also snuck in Trey McBride here. The rosters goes as follows. So that doesn't work. Okay, we'll pull it up here. We got slides everywhere. So you got one quarterback to start. It's 20 rounds, right? So you have 20 rounds. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. And the way best ball works, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with best ball, but like you don't have to draft. So like you draft and forget unless you're winning a life-changing amount of money. The amount of money you can win is with your $3 investment on this here Drafters Mini is $25,000 for your $3 investment if you finish first. If you don't finish first, but you still finish up there, $125,000 gets redistributed to all other top placing lineups. So like even if you don't finish first, there's still a chance that you could walk away with a heck of a lot of money, especially for a $3 investment. You're going to be doing your drafts regardless. All 12 of the people here are real drafters. Very seldomly will you see somebody auto drafting with their real money investment, whether it's the $3 or the $20 tournament. The strategy here, because it's total points format, there's no waiver wires, there's no trades. It's literally you just draft and forget it and just look at your team and sweat it out until the very ending. Like we had a team out of 56,000 people last year. We had a team finish 22nd, and I was very proud of it. It was a good lineup. So yeah, that's just it. You just draft the 20 rounds, 30 seconds goes. People try to prioritize wide receiver and get the values to fall, but strategy is always different and the results are always different every single year. Like historically, people would go 3 wide receivers off the rip, and last year, if you went Jamar Chase and 2 good running backs, you walked away with a lot of freaking money. If I win, I will accept the title of best drafter on the planet. Well, I mean, tomorrow we're doing the big tournament where it's not 56,000 people that you're competing against, and it's not a $3 entry. It's a $20 entry, and first place wins $500,000. And there's $2.5 million that gets redistributed to all the placements. So the mini is a good way to warm up for this one, and I recommend that you just play around with the ADP, see how it feels like. Do a couple minis tonight. Make sure you got $20 left for the draft tomorrow. But this is the most convenient way for you to draft because it requires 0 time commitment during the season and is the best way to prepare for your season-long fantasy football drafts and fantasy football leagues. Because unlike mock drafts where people make their first and second picks and then they just auto pick the rest of it and they're just all droids regardless. Shout out to Sleez for that term. Olave, yeah. And they just auto their picks. You getting real shots on net for 20 rounds, so you get to master ADP. And where ADP on these like best on these like redraft leagues, so like Sleeper, Yahoo, you name it, they don't update their ADP frequently. Whereas in basketball, we keep a pulse on a daily basis on what real ADP is. You get the risers, the fallers, you know what to push and when to push it. Anything else to add for best ball here on Drafters, Sleez? For just say it in layman's terms for best ball for newbies.
I missed the question. What was it?
So Gina, you know who Gina Noble is, right?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody knows who she is. She's
what's the
legendary.
queen?
Yes, so she signed up today on Drafters using promo code Disco, and I'm just trying to explain Drafters, the concept of best ball, the concept of the tournament, like top to bottom, so she knows how it works. Like everybody in here is paid. I think I've covered everything. Everybody in here is paid. I explained how the scoring format works. I explained how the placements work and how the placements get money. I explained different strategies and theories. I explained how to queue up. Am I missing anything? Chat, am I missing anything?
First of all, it was great to meet her at the expo and chop up some fantasy football for a little bit. I'd say the difference is you don't have to worry about the playoffs and underdog and try and get your schedules maxed out to the end to try and dominate the last couple of weeks. And the difference of 0.5 PPR to PPR leads a little more wide receiver heavy early in drafters.
Yeah. And the fact that you could potentially flex a 4th wide receiver as well.
Yep.
By the way, I love this start, Sleez. I'll tell you in a sec. Sup, my dogs. What's up, Joe Frick? Come over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. You're still not subscribed. Shout out to Joe Frick. Him and my guy, Tyler Bradley, will be on and live with us tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm shocked I'm remembering.
Bones.
Egbuka at 34 is laughable. Yeah, facts. Terrible. Whoever ranked Egbuka at 34, just a terrible content creator. You need to bump those numbers up. You need to push them all the way up. I got them at 21, Sleez. Lock in. I mean, I've drafted basketball. Fine, but it's
yeah, my wife's calling.
Gina says, how long do you wait on QB? So historically, it's okay to invest in elite quarterback, but like you need to make sure that if you are investing in elite quarterback, it's the ones with the rushing upside. So Joe Burrow, in my opinion, should not be drafted where he's being drafted currently around the 49-50 pick. That's way too early to take a passing quarterback, especially for a 4-point passing touchdown. Patrick Mahomes went right where he should because you're going to get nothing but positive return on investment. I love what the 112 did here with Bo Nix and Justin Fields. Both quarterbacks are very, very low ADP, high upside guys that'll give you positive return on investment, and they have the rushing upside. So it all depends on the strategy. And the cool thing about this is if you want, you can max out the tournament and get 150 lineups. So you get to be contrarian and do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? I'm subscribed. Don't worry, people. Shout out to Joe Frick. So yeah, it's all indicative. Based off of my start here, though, I got Brian Thomas Jr., so I'm waiting for Trevor Lawrence. I got Trey McBride, so I'm waiting on Kyler. Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields is gone. Cortland Sutton, Bo Nix is gone. Brees Hall, Fields gone again. Olave, so Shuck or Rattler, and then David Montgomery. Don't really need a stack there. But yeah, I typically try to, if it's not Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts is falling, next up is Patrick Mahomes. If it's not him, then I usually wait for like the Jordan Loves, T-Laws, and correlation is very important in this tournament. Getting correlation is extremely important. What's the promo this weekend on Drafters? Is it every 5 gets 1 free up to 2 tickets? Yes.
Yep.
There's also another promo. It's use promo code Disco Reload, all caps, to get 10% matched up to $1,000. And if you are a first-time depositor, if you have not deposited here on Drafters yet, use promo code Disco to double your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So 25 to 100. And once you completed your deposit, entered a lobby or a tournament or even a pick'em, Drafters will donate $20 on your behalf to the GoFundMe tomorrow for the Hospice and Palliative Care charitable event that we have going on. Do I push Kyler Murray up here, or do I go? Do I push quarterback one more round?
I like Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm okay with Kyler Murray here. We'll see if the other guy FF. Okay. Ekeler Croskey-Merritt at the 98. I cannot get comfortable with this, man. I'm not okay with this.
I honestly don't think he's going to be the one.
Like ultimately, chat, what you need to think about is, you know, the way we draft here, it's all about equitable return. We want to make sure that we're maximizing our range of profit, and we treat our draft capital like it's actual capital, and we want to get good return, not lose money on our investment in our capital. Ekeler Croskey-Merritt, round 20, pick 240 all day, every day, because you're going to get positive return on investment. But when you look at the Washington Commanders' outlook and projections in general, how many rushing yards are you anticipating that the offense, aside from Jaden Daniels, is going to get? How many receiving yards and receptions are you anticipating this running back room to get? So realistically, you guys are pushing this guy way past inflation point, because you can only get positive ROI on a guy who was borderline undrafted in round 20. So now it's just unreasonable, and it's just all hype. And I love overreaction season, but I do miss getting my guy in round 20. It is like just like Sleez, what do you project the Washington Commanders running back room to put up in terms of receptions, touchdowns, receiving yards, rushing attempts in general? Like they're I don't think they're going to be a top
20. Maybe.
I don't even think they're going to be a top 20 running offense without Jaden Daniels. Like if you incorporate Jaden Daniels, yeah, top 15. But without Jaden Daniels, I don't think those running backs are going to be a top 20 rushing room.
If my call hits of one of the guys gets traded there, yeah. I mean, the Commanders O-line, PFF ranks like 19-20, right on spot. If they get like a Brees Hall or a Kamara or Etienne, maybe it goes up a little, but I still don't think it's that high of a running back room rushing-wise. I'd say they finished 23rd. In rush yards, but that's probably with Jaden Daniel carrying, 500, 600 plus.
Sleez says, I like late QBs. Queen, the value is great. Hell yeah. What's the promo? Okay, we got that one. Sounds like Sleez and I said, I like calamari. Heard. NFL DFS picks. Shout out to Dan, says, I just deposited $200 with promo code Disco Reload. Looks like I'm getting 3 free lineups this weekend. Thank you, Disco and Drafters. Anytime, brother. And guys, that is a limited time only reload code. Shout out to Drafters. They're just pulling out all the stops to be incredible sponsors and incredible supporters for 2 years in a row on this 24-hour Draftathon. Shout out to them for doing that. So our current lineup, Sleez, and this is a very...
Oh, you're here. I got to help her with the groceries. I'll be back.
Bye, Felicia. We'll remove him from here, and then when he gets back, we'll add him back in. All right. Oh, sponsor shout out. That's what I need to do. Here we go.
What's up, folks? Big Draft Energy here from Football Heaven, Canton, Ohio, and I'm here with Bull Rush, and football is back, and it's better than ever. We got 20 weeks of pure chaos. It's going to be a huge 100K NFL Survivor Tournament. Make sure you guys sign up today on bullrush.com. Get on the action. Let's get weird. What's up?
Let's get so weird. How many of you watched the Big Draft Energy rankings video of tight ends today? Tell me how you guys felt about that that debate, that argument that I gave up for why it's Trey McBride over Brock Bowers and pretty much over the rest of the NFL. What's good? What's good, Andre? And by the way, we definitely hold on. Do I still have it here? Hold on. There's a way to add it. Add file. Hold on. Downloads. Come on, man. No, that ain't it. I'm probably going to crash the stream trying to figure this out just for what it's worth. Here we go. Here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? This is the great Derek Brown, who was here on our show, and we were talking about, you know, the difference, and he nailed this on the head. This is a fantastic clip. Give this a look.
One this year. He was my tight end one last year. And this, I drafted him in this draft because if he scores touchdowns this year, he is going to be a league-winning, difference-making, defining your season type of player if he scores touchdowns. Because Trey McBride, tight end 2 last year with 15.6 PPR points per game. If he had 19.2 expected PPR points per game based off of the volume, based off of everything. All he needs is touchdowns. And I don't anybody come at me with like, oh, well, he's allergic to the end zone. Get out of here. It's bad analysis. It's lazy.
It's lazy.
Touchdowns are fluky. And I remember, I'm old enough, boys, when I remember people said the same bullshit about George Kittle, and yet he scores touchdowns now. So I want to bet on a guy that if the touchdown luck and variance comes full circle, that type of volume, floor, ceiling, upside, Trey McBride is that type of difference-making, league-winning pick.
That's fire. D-Bro with the heat. You know D-Bro is getting animated, and he's making an excellent point. When his voice goes from like a deep voice to like he sometimes he can get really pitchy. His pitch can go and skyrocket all the way up there, and I think he nailed it on the head. If Trey McBride, guys, was to go put up 19.2 fantasy points per game, like in terms of wide receivers, he would have finished as the wide receiver 4 in a per game basis, behind guys like Chris Godwin, who was 2, and Puka Nacua, who was 3, and ahead of Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. So that's how many fantasy points he would have put up. If it was in terms of running backs, he would have finished as the wide receiver 5, the running back 5, behind Derrick Henry and ahead of Devon Achane and Josh Jacobs in PPR format. So forget tight end 1 territory. Like tight end 1 is a formality. It's inevitable for Trey McBride this year. We're talking about him being a top 15 to top 20 player in fantasy, period, including quarterbacks, and you're getting him at a delicious discount at the late portions of the second round. Sometimes he falls to the middle of the third round, which is absurd. This is one of the best value plays you could get in fantasy football. Just I know a lot of people got their big drafts this year coming up. Make sure you guys go get Trey McBride. NFL DFS Pick says, I love the tight end video. I thought you would have Njoku higher, but you had great point that the bottom half of the 12 are potentially all interchangeable with expect. Well, like that's it, right? I think you have the Trey McBride, and the only person who could touch Trey McBride with touchdown upside and equity and volume, the only person is George Kittle. That's the only person. But like, there's room for Trey McBride to grow, because even though he was tight end 2 in fantasy last year for total points, even though he was tight end 2 for total fantasy points per game, he left meat on the bone, and that was the touchdown equity. And like D-Bro said there, like they said the same shit about George Kittle, and now George Kittle, all he does is put up touchdowns. So it's inevitable. Trey McBride season's loading. That's why he's on the thumbnail. That's why I'm all in on Trey McBride this year. And I just had to put to rest why I'm just not interested in Brock Bowers, because Brock Bowers is one of the biggest traps in fantasy this year. Who took Trevor Lawrence? Uncorrelated Trevor Lawrence. Excellent pick. Uncorrelated Trevor Lawrence. Sick. It was a weird draft. We got correlation with Drake May and with Demario Douglas, so I like that. We got Kyler Murray correlated with Trey McBride. If I take Jordan Love here, I don't love the backstack options I have, but I also don't want to settle for two quarterbacks in this lineup. I believe with Drake May and Kyler Murray, there's a lot of volatility there where there's good spike weeks, but these guys could disappear. I need a glue guy at that quarterback position, and I think Jordan Love will be my glue guy. So we're going to take him. And our running back room isn't a terrible, but it isn't a good either. I don't know why I said a good terrible either. McBride has the red zone targets. The TDs will come. For what it's worth, he had 9 red zone targets last year. And you know what's outrageous? Marvin Harrison Jr., people thought it was a good idea to draft him in the first round last year. I told everybody and their mom it was a terrible idea. But now they're not drafting him at the end of 3rd, early 4th because of what happened last year. Like, this is a good value. This is how values work. This is a wonderful value. And the reason why it's a wonderful value is he actually out-targeted Trey McBride last year 18-9 in the red zone. He gave him a couple more touchdowns. This guy's a top 15 wide receiver easily. That's why we have him ranked as our wide receiver 16 this year. Love him. Love him. Great points, Dan. Dan, are you going to be partaking in the 24-hour Draftathon? Oh, by the way, guys, this is why they call Ekeler Croskey-Merritt Bill. I learned this yesterday, and I'm not drafting him for that reason alone. It's because he looks like Little Bill from the Bill Cosby show. This is a Bill Cosby cartoon named Little Bill, and when he was younger, he looked like this. And I made a joke yesterday, not knowing that it was actually Bill Cosby related, and it is. Yeah, it is. Our team's looking good. We got Kyler Murray, Drake May, and Jordan Love. We are definitely done at quarterback. Breece Hall, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby. We could definitely get a couple more running backs. This might be a 7 running back build. Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Chris Olave, Demario Douglas correlated with Drake May. We got Trey McBride correlated with Kyler Murray. One more tight end. And then we attack some wide receiver and running back values. Ooh, Hunter Henry would be a nice pick here. Eating Chipotle with the wife back in 5 to 10. That's fine. Like, I've never had Chipotle before because it hasn't been a thing in Canada, but they just opened one up 10 minutes away from me. So during the 24-hour charity, I'm going to get Chipotle tomorrow. We're going to get Chipotle tomorrow. Right, babe? Down for some Chipotle tomorrow? Thank you guys for tuning in. 18 watching on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. If all 18 of you can smash a like, I'd really, really appreciate that. We got almost 200 people watching us on X. Hi, my name is Disco. I like to party and give incredible fantasy football advice. If you guys head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, it takes 2 seconds to connect your Gmail to your YouTube account as long as you have the YouTube app up. It takes even 2 seconds it takes another 2 seconds to then find Big Draft Energy on YouTube, like the video, hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing, means the absolute world to me. Depending on the restaurant, Chipotle can be good, but they are always out of something and always busy. We saw, so my wife and I, we saw the viral Chipotle salad dressing recipe. We never tried it at Chipotle, so we don't have like a point of like comparison. Is this the measurement? Is that not the measurement? I'm looking at your comment there, Dan. Okay, we'll take Pat Bryant, and if Ayuk falls to the next round, we'll take him there too. Bet says Kobe and the Cattle Dogs. That's my wife. That's all 3 of my puppies. My wife made a YouTube account, by the way, with all 3 of our puppies. We got 3 dogs. Colby is the black lab that you see in that profile picture, and we got 2 cattle dogs. Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa. Ooh, Najee or Ayuk? I need the running back help, so we'll go Najee. Hunter Henry did not make it back to me. Bones, I'm sorry. Love Henry. I left him for you. Sorry, man. Ours here in town, terrible, and it makes me mad. What township is that, Gina? Where are you from? Stat ATL, Billy Gableman, shout out to him. He'll be there with he'll be there with us at 2 a.m. on Sunday, so in 2 days. He said, give it a like despite the 3 QBs in the top 150. I mean, some rules are meant to be broken, man. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots will win one of these best ball championships. Why not Henry at 166? Because I already spent such early draft capital on Trey McBride, I pushed him up into round 2. So that's why. I cannot rationalize another skill position here. Like, I need to address the depth at several skill positions at falling assets that I deem to be higher on my tier list. Then a position like tight end where I could get another value later on. I'm okay having, Kate Otten as my tight end too. I'm okay having Jatavian Sanders as my tight end too. I don't need Hunter Henry. I need upside. I don't think Hunter Henry gives me the upside I need in this lineup. Chipotle can be real hit or miss. This one's gas. I live in North Carolina, just north of Carolina, just north of Charlotte. I was like, I live in North Carolina, just north of Carolina. I was like, wait, no, okay. Dyslexia kicking in. Dyslexia. NASCAR country. Yeehaw! Can't say I know anything about NASCAR whatsoever. Talladega Nights, though. I could quote that movie very well. Rules made to be broken only for a quarterback, though. You're being facetious, Stat ATL. Billy, don't be facetious. Not up in here. Not up in here, sir. Just busting your chops. My chops cannot be busted. Can't bust my chops, sir. My chops have never busted before. Busting does not make me feel good. This ain't the Ghostbusters. Pause. Pause. I'm in Fresno. Kevin Harvick County, NASCAR. I'm in Ottawa, Canada. The government capital of the country. We're in a valley, so we kind of get like the shit end of like people call it a valley. I call it a toilet bowl. We kind of get like the shit end of every weather front possible. Like we'll go from minus 40 Celsius to plus 40 Celsius in the same year. It's pretty absurd. We'll go from like extreme humidity to minus 45 with the windshield. It's pretty ridiculous. We have a hockey team. They made the playoffs this year, but we still suck. Like we're the only hockey team who loses to the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs. So yeah. The only hockey team to lose to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's it. That's us, Ottawa. I'm in Fresno near. Okay, got that one. My husband worked for Kevin Harvick for a few years here in North Carolina. All right, so NASCAR is a thing in America. Noted. No, it's not just a thing that you could sometimes skip over on TV. Like people work for NASCAR things and do NASCAR things for work. Learn something new every day. I knew you would know him. That's sick. He resides in North Carolina now. Yeah. Hey, man, for a guy who's eating with the wife, you're typing awfully a lot, sir. NASCAR is a big thing here in America. LOL. It's a big industry. You know what's one of the coolest things ever? And I don't know how I got into this, but I went into like a bit of a worm, like you go down that rabbit hole once you've discovered something. Apache helicopters are fucking cool, man. Apache helicopters are super fucking cool. So not only do you get the visor, right? You get this like little handle. Hold on. Let's make our pick. Let's make sure we lock in here and make our pick. Football first. Your guy, my guy, Kyle, my guy. Let's go. So you get this like, they get this like little thing on a swivel, and it kind of looks like something from Dragon Ball Z, right? Where it's like this little sunglasses that goes under the visor, and it's on a swivel. Okay, and now wherever the pilot looks when they have this little gadget here on their eye, the gun under the Apache helicopter will swivel with it. So if he goes right, his head goes right. The machine gun goes right. If he goes left, the machine gun goes left. If he goes up, it goes up, down. I want to own an Apache helicopter. How much do those things cost? How much does an Apache helicopter cost? Wow. I love America. That is ingenuity at its finest. Massachusetts, over 30 years experience and have never seen a NASCAR. Yeah. Multitasking god, says Sleez. $10 super flex after this, probably off stream. I'm going to be drafting a heck of a lot, so we'll do back-to-back drafts tomorrow. I promise you this. Bones, I'm originally from Massachusetts, moved to North Carolina when I was 21. Heard. That's cool. Disco, my family migrated to America from North Barrie, Ontario, and there are still Neelys there. Nice. North Barrie. Where the hell is Barrie? Is that like where all the forest fires are happening? Where the hell is Barrie? Ontario is huge. Talk to me like Niagara Falls. I'll tell you everything between us. But north. Home of the Colts. Who the Colts? Indianapolis? They suck. Barrie is like 45 minutes south of Toronto. Oh, okay. North of Toronto. Okay. So how many clicks is that? How many kilometers? I think I'm familiar with miles now too. It was so weird coming back to Canada after Canton and going back to kilometers. I was like going 95 miles per hour. Going fast. Not like James SEO fast, but I was going fast. North. OHL hockey, Barrie Colts, north of Toronto. Billy, there's just like, I'm not sure if you're a hockey fan or you just bet on fucking everything. I'm undecided. Are you just a big hockey fan who follows the OHL, or do you just bet on fucking everything? I think you bet on everything. 90? Yeah, 90 miles per hour. I think that's like close to 150 clicks. I have snowmobiled to the border of Canada, but then had to turn around and go back. Never been into Canada. Well, here's the thing. Your American dollar goes a really long way here in Canada, like a super long way. So that's a good start. You said you live in North Carolina. What's the closest part of... So like if you were in Massachusetts, that would be East Coast. So that would be like Nova Scotia-ish. Yeah. That would be Nova Scotia-ish. But Carolina... I think the closest part would probably be like, I want to say Niagara, like between Niagara Falls and the prairies, whatever's in the middle there. Gotta step up your hockey knowledge? No thanks. No, I don't want to. I'm all right. All right, Jalen McMillan, if he does play in the second half of the season, I'm okay taking him here. I'll do that. And this next pick is for my guy Knifey Spoony. Played hockey in college. Oh, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, fuck yeah, boy. Oh yeah. Were you a winger there, bud, eh? It's scary up here across the border in the winter. Scary is not like... sometimes I stare into like the abyss of the winter and like how cold it is outside, and you can hear the wind howling, and like you feel literally the cold between you. And shout out to anybody who helps the homeless, because I can't imagine what the homeless go through during those atrocious storms and weather scenarios and situations. So shout out to those who help them for sure. But yeah, going back to my point, it's just like, if I were to go out there and I didn't have like a vehicle to keep me warm, or a phone call, or like I could die out there, and that is I need to be a snowbird moving forward. So I need to win the 500K this year so I could be a snowboard. I don't know if I'm going to go to Cali, because Cali sounds hella expensive. And I don't know if I want to go Florida, because y'all sound crazy in Florida. You guys sound like Yarmer Yager played till age 60, hockey swag. This was when I was in Massachusetts, but snowmobile through Maine to the board. Makes sense. First, I mean, there's no way you're going to snowboard from Carolina. First arrived in Jellicoe, Ontario, near Beardmore. I feel like I need to go live in Beardmore. Put me in, coach. I got you. What's up, buddy? Sleez. He's not locked in. Not locked in at all. Sleez, your mic is off.
Sorry, my mic was off. I was talking to no one.
Yeah, stupid. What's up?
Chipotle was bomb. Burrito to the face. I'm ready.
So, guys, I met Sleez at the Fantasy Football Expo, and I learned that this man is an overgrown child. And by overgrown child, I love how he's giggling at this. I mean, like, okay, so chat, we're gonna play a game here. Sleez, don't say a fucking thing about it. I won't say a thing. What do you guys think Sleez's diet consists of? Just a question. What do you think his diet consists of? So right now we got Kyler, Drake May, Jordan Love, Breece Hall, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Najee Harris, Kyle Monangai, Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Chris Olave, Demario Douglas, Pat Bryant, Jalen McMillan, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, Isaiah Likely. I think I need one more tight end.
Jordan Love at 150 is delicious.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And like, I did need a third quarterback, so I'll take it. Dan was not Dan. Stat ATL was getting on me for not stacking up Hunter Henry, but didn't feel like I needed a stack. All right, if Jack Beck falls,
yeah.
What's up?
I'm reading what they put as my diet.
Oh shit. Roast my team. I got you. McDonald's. I mean, there's definitely some of that.
McDonald's breakfast, fast food, top.
Beer, ice cream, and pickleball. She's like, my wife says, I think he was eating string cheese one time on stream. No, that was Bio Bagel. That guy's also another.
I love string cheese as well.
Yeah, string cheese is okay. Chipotle and McDonald's pickleball to stay under 250 pounds.
That was 238 this morning, baby.
Beer, ice cream, and pickleball. Heard. No, so this guy doesn't eat a single freaking veggie or fruit. He finds them repulsive and disgusting.
Can't eat vegetables. It's gross.
He can't eat vegetables. And I'm looking at this man like a grown-ass man. Like, you're older than me, dog. And you cannot eat a vegetable. All right, so Sleez, you're the diehard 49ers fan. Gina's asking a great question here. Is anyone drafting Sky Moore with the big trade? I'm not even drafting him in best ball. Best ball is like the least.
No,
like the lowest threat.
People waste fab on him, and I was laughing.
Yeah, I honestly don't draft him. Don't waste your fab on him. It's not worth it. Ultimately, it's no matter how far you circle around who the guy is in San Francisco, it always comes back to George Kittle. The answer is always
though with Juan Jennings cap. I mean, these updates just won't give us anything.
I mean, I like Demarcus Robinson as a flyer. Don't get me wrong, especially in best ball. I don't mind Demarcus Robinson because I know he could play football. Sky Moore, we've never seen him be good at football.
He had a game-winning Super Bowl catch. What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Wide open.
Come on. He ran the wrong fucking route. 3-6-8-3 for Boner. He goes Patrick Mahomes, my QB1, Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacid. He used to be Joe Flacco when he was way younger, but now he's Joe Flacid. There ain't no pill for that.
That is Patrick Mahomes alone.
Huh?
That's Patrick Mahomes solo.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. Derrick Henry, Travion Henderson, Zach Charbonnet, Braylon Allen, Quinshon Judkins, Will Shipley. Tell me you watch both of our shows without telling me you watch both of our shows. It's like music to my ears. Puka Nakua. Xavier Worthy correlated with Patrick Mahomes. I got him at my wide receiver 9 in my most recent rankings. Travis Hunter didn't crack my top 24. Shocker. Matthew Golden, he's my wide receiver 15. Michael Pittman, he's in my top 30. Rashad Bateman, Kyle Williams, Jalen Cooker. Kyle Pitts is my tight end 12. Mason Rudolph. And then Jatavian Sanders. It was a toss-up between Jatavian Sanders and Kyle Pitts for my tight end 12. So Jatavian Sanders is my tight end 13 this year.
I think he has a breakout.
All right, let's look at Devin's lineup. He goes 3-7-7-3. So what would you grade this lineup? I mean, the quarterback depth here really sucks. But Joe Flacco is a starter, technically. The wide receiver room is elite. I love the running back room. The tight end room is solid. Like, I want to say if
B+.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback depth is what limits this from like A+ territory. I'm going to say B+ with you. It's really good work though, Bones. Shout out to Boner. My wife said, no way what? No way is anybody drafting Sky Moore because that's like the sexiest thing you ever said to me, baby. Oh no way that Sleez doesn't eat veggies.
Yeah, gotcha. No way, I don't.
I was like, no way, nobody's drafting Sky Moore. I was like, gonna be like, babe, that's fucking hot. I saw that go down and didn't realize he was still playing football. That's hilarious. Fellas, I got offered Rice for Monty and a first. Do I smash that? Like, you're receiving Rice? Is this a dynasty? If so,
smash.
This is smash. What's the first and how early is the first going to be? Is it a 27? I feel like you should be able to get something else. All right. Thanks, boys. Stanford went one pick before me, was supposed to be my QB2. Veggies made sense. My wife's a vegetarian, which is hilarious. So D-ball, that's Devin. He goes 3-7-7-3. D-ball, like as in like the testosterone, drug stuff. Caleb Williams, Tua Tagovailoa, Matthew Stafford. All right, that's where Stanford went. Kyron Williams, guys. Hold on. I did some number crunching today for my video, and I found like a little juicy tidbit. Sleez, holy shit! You're about to get your socks blown off, kid.
Let me hear
it. Give me. Oh my god, where is it? Oh,
you didn't watch my running back video where I said Kyron Williams was running behind a line that was from the Invincible movie with Mark Wahlberg last year? I thought that was funny.
No.
It was good. They're playing guys off the street.
I didn't see the whole video. I saw some of it though. Where the fuck is this? Oh, this is really important stuff. Okay, so in terms of yards per carry, where did they rank last year? The Los Angeles Rams. Here it is.
Oh man, bad.
Okay, so hold on. Present, share screen, and we'll come back to the lineups. But I really have to show this. Okay. So let's zoom in a little bit.
I'm gonna say like fucking 3.5.
Okay,
Bad.
so rushing yards. This proved my point about how bad the Jets, the Raiders were last year. Why Brock Bowers won't repeat. They were 204 yards less than the worst rushing team, in the second worst rushing team. And then this is another interesting statistic that has me slightly concerned about Chase Brown. Look at this. Look at how low the attempts were. Second worst in attempts last year, tied with the Las Vegas Raiders. They were just lucky that they were slightly more
It's
efficient.
gonna be the same thing this year.
Yeah, and that's why Chase Brown in round 3, sometimes he's even being pushed in the middle of round 2, is a fucking trap because the volume is not there. It was just
His ADP
explosive.
is so high on draft. It's like
It's
18.
absurd. So this is the statistical category that caught my eye when I was doing my research on why the Raiders were a historically bad rushing offense, which is why Brock Bowers got a lot of benefit. But when you go to yards per carry, look at who the second worst team on yards per carry was. And then if you look at the amount of carries and you compare it to Kyron Williams,
3.5. That's close. 3.9 is terrible.
3.9 yards per carry is absolutely atrocious in the NFL. It is inefficient, not explosive. There is a reason why
They
lot
were down
of content.
8 offensive linemen though. 3
Listen,
starters, 5 backup pieces. They were fucked.
if we're looking at explosives, even in the passing game, they were ranked 37th. Like Kyron Williams was 37th in the NFL amongst all running backs in the passing game for explosives. There's 32 teams, Sleez.
Yeah.
Like when you put the numbers up like that, and then you also put the tape up, like other than the touchdown equity, Kyron sucked last year. So yeah, I mean, like Blake Corum didn't do it, but that's just because Blake Corum couldn't benefit the way Kyron Williams benefited from that offense. Are we saying that we're going to bet on the touchdown equity to be there again for Kyron Williams, and all of a sudden he's going to be an explosive back? Yep. This is a Jarquez Hunter fucking post. Okay, D-ball. He goes 3-7-7-3. Caleb Williams, Tua Tagovailoa, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, James Conner, Scam Scatterbo. I saw him in the lineup. Yes, man, the Giants look like they got something good going. Stop getting distracted, Disco. Javonte Williams, your favorite running back on the planet.
The guy.
Tyler Algier, Justice Hill, and I like that you took Jarquez Hunter here, but you might as well just take Jarquez Hunter and somebody else instead of Kyron. I'm officially out on Kyron. I used to be like one of the leaders of the Kyron bandwagon, but like I had to crunch the numbers.
To give you a little context, PFF had the Rams by the end of the season ranked 32nd in the offensive line. Heading into this season, they are ranked 15th.
How are they ranked?
They were toasted last
year. But they lost their best offensive lineman.
They lost everybody though last year. Everybody. They
lost their best offensive lineman this offseason.
I'm gonna pull up the PFF ranks on their O-line.
I mean, like, here's the thing. PFF and I could go head-to-head for offensive line rankings, and I'll win every single time at the end of the year. Because, like, I know my shit. Some of them were really close on, like, the Los Angeles Rams being a top offensive line. I don't know, like, in terms of run scheme, do they separate the difference between run scheme, pass scheme? Like, how do they quantify what's a top offensive line and what's not?
So Havestein, Dotson, and Jackson are all PFF 80, which is a
Jackson is now playing in.
That's the guy that's gone. Alaric Jackson.
No, it's not. It's Gabe Jackson, Vincent, something.
Alaric Jackson is their left tackle. 79.4. Kevin Dotson.
Who's the guard that just went to Chicago?
I don't know.
He was the best offensive lineman. I think it's Gabe, something like that. Anyways. Malik Nabers, Devontae Adams, so a lot of Rams correlation here. Jalen Waddle with Tua.
But just to give you context, that's 3 guys that are ranked in the 80s, and the fucking Seattle Seahawks don't have only one guy over ranked 70.
But if you put on the tape, the Seahawks are getting it done no matter what the situation scenario is in the outside zone scheme because of Clint Kubiak. If you are a bad run blocking team, the best way you could get good at blocking is if you do the zone scheme concept. It's called the rail. You need to, if you're a bad offensive line team, translation is you have to run the rail. That's what makes them a very, very good outside zone scheme.
Damn good
because that's all they focus on is the rail blocking system. And I can teach you the technique right now for the rail blocking system. Jalen Waddle, Keon Coleman, Luther Burden correlated with Caleb Williams, Darius Slayton, Malik Washington.
Burden. A+, baby. Line them up.
Brock Bowers, C-. Brock Bowers, Mark Andrews, Tyler Higbee.
Why
This
would you
is
pick
a
another tight
very
end?
balanced lineup. As much as I'm hating, it's very balanced. Week 8 is going to be rough at the running back position. But other than that, it's very balanced. It's not a bad job. Like, I'm going to give this a B-. More player takey than anything. But B-. What do you think, Sleez?
I'd say B-, yeah. B-, C+. The week 8's going to kill him, and the 3 tight ends, you could have added more depth. You didn't need Mark Andrews and Bowers and someone else. If you're investing that high, you shouldn't have taken a third.
I feel like the kid in class whose wrong answer is being used to teach. Oh, well, no. Nobody's using your answer to teach. It just brought up a point during my research. Like, I'm constantly researching and trying to find things to rationalize it. No excuses, but I was also drafting while driving a Zamboni for the first half. This is the most Canadian thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Zamboni!
That's so fucking Canadian. I love that so much. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. I was drafting while I was driving the Zamboni there on the rink, eh? Be still win, jeez. I like that. I appreciate it, guys. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. I was so like if Boner was to drive a Zamboni, would it be a Zamboner? But my name is Disco. I'll literally be here all day tomorrow. Broadster goes with a 2774. Jalen Hurts, JJ McCarthy is a good quarterback room. I love Jalen Hurts. Have you come around on Jalen Hurts yet?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm brother. I do this because I care. Like, I genuinely love you as a man and as a person.
Nope.
You're one of my favorite humans.
Nope. Jalen Hurts is not going to finish as a top 5 quarterback.
JJ McCarthy, Alvin Kamara, Tyrone Tracy, Jadon Blue, Austin Ekeler, Dylan Sampson, Nick Chubb, Raheem Mostert. I don't hate this running back room. It's got very high receiving upside, like PPR upside. This running back room checks off the list, and then you got a couple old scrubs down the lane. That's cool. That's a good running back room. Justin Jefferson correlated with JJ McCarthy. Sorry, what?
He must start. Money.
Oh my god, that was one of the funniest things ever. And like putting it together that Zamir White and Raheem Mostert are now fighting for a handcuff. Like, it's going to be Zamir White.
So it's time to start thinking about John Mechie as around 20 here.
No, don't be stupid. So AJ Brown correlated with Jalen Hurts. Great pick. Jackson, sorry, I didn't mean to fucking just shit on your idea there. That was so mean. But no, don't be fucking stupid. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Debo Samuels, Stephon Diggs, Donta Thornton, Roman Wilson. There's a significant drop off after Diggs, but I'm here for it. You got 5 deep. That's good receiving core, good running back room. Love the quarterback room. Great correlation. Like, I would have preferred you getting one more wide receiver here and not a 4th tight end. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. Does that make sense? Or one less running back and another wide receiver, one less tight end and another wide receiver. I would have liked that. Evan Ingram, Gesicki, Jawan Johnson. Like, that's great. You didn't need Dalton Schultz, in my opinion. You think you needed Dalton Schultz?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got all his buys separated, so I mean, it's a perfect spot to go for tight ends.
Devin says, yeah, I'm at work. Absolutely would. I should be here all day too tomorrow. I can't wait, Dev. Love you, buddy. Thank you for your support. What's the most you're paying for McBride and Dynasty? All of it.
3 first is what he goes for.
All of it. I mean, like, you're quantifying it with 3 firsts. I'm saying all of it. Like, just give me Trey McBride. I need him. I need that in my life. Big Zamboner energy. Looking forward to tomorrow's stream. Thank you, Patrick, and I appreciate you using promo code DISCO to double your first deposit when you sign up here, buddy. Thank you, Patrick. Shout out to you, buddy. Patrick, what's the name of your DFS company? I'll give it a good shout out right now and let people go check it out, see what it's all about. I love my team. I love you, Broadster. This is solid. I'm just saying, like, the player, the construct, everything's great. But, like, the roster construction, I personally would have done it differently, but I'm not saying this is bad. I'm giving this an A- despite not loving the roster construction. What do you think, Sleez?
I think it's A-. I'll go A-. I like the 4 tight ends here. I think the bye week's going to happen.
He did great. Boost Fantasy Sports. That's the name of the company. Give it a look, guys. Give it a look. Shout out to Patrick. He's one of the good ones, and he's up and coming. and that's his company. All right, Boost Fantasy Sports. Appreciate you, Patrick. Roster construction is perfect.
Yeah, it's not
You guys
bad.
are whack. Oh, A minus is whack, brought. That's like the best grade you've gotten here this year. Too many tight ends. Agreed, Bones. Agreed, Bones. All right, big boner energy. I mean, big Zamboni. I mean, big draft energy. They don't call us big draft energy because we give little takes. We give little itty bitty, consensus takes. We don't do that. They call us big draft energy because we draft big lineups. We make big calls and we hit them at a very high fucking level, baby. All right, so we go with 3-6-9-2. I hope this team is good because I just overhyped the fuck out of myself. Kyler Murray, Drake May, Jordan Love, Breece Hall, sick team already. We got Breece Hall, David Montgomery, hated already. Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Najee Harris, Kyle
Jalen Warren, man. Yikes.
Hey, man.
Yikes.
It's the preseason. We're going to overreact on the preseason. Keep the same energy for every fucking take you make.
He might not ball in college. He gets stuff by Bama.
You hate when people talk shit about your players because it's preseason, and then you talk shit about other players during the preseason.
The guy was falling over his own feet.
Stay consistent, man. Jesus, Louises. Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Chris Olave, Demario Douglas. Correlation piece there with Drake May and Pop Shota. And I think Demario Douglas's floor is 100 receptions. I repeat, draft Demario Douglas, please. Pat Bryant, love him too. Jalen McMillan, I know he's dead, but he fell. And I think when he comes back, there's a world where he could spike. Michael Wilson is a correlation piece with Kyler Murray. Jack Beck.
The Jack Beck is crazy.
Hey, man, I'm here. I love that value. I'm going to keep smashing.
He's undrafted now.
I love it. It's free. Trey McBride, also another correlation piece, and then Isaiah Likely. I like this draft, Sleez. What do you grade it? Chat, what do you grade this draft?
I don't like the top 3 running backs. B.
I don't like the fact that you're a fucking overgrown child who doesn't eat his vegetables.
You haven't liked David Montgomery all year. Why'd you draft him? Was it your first share?
I think I have a couple of shares for what it's worth. It was him or Jordan Mason, and it's important to be contrarian.
Yeah.
Running backs went like wildfire. Sometimes running backs don't go, but running backs went this draft.
Look at Chase and click on the Rich guy or whatever. Is Chase Brown's ADP really 16 or refresh? Oh my god, 18. That's crazy.
Too high. It's too high. You look at he was incredibly efficient last year. Don't get me wrong, but there's not enough volume and opportunity there, right? So something's got to give. Something's definitely got to give. Maybe last year was just a really special.
That's insanely high. That's
maybe last year was just a really special year, and we should just.
So they're drafting above Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, who else? Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
Oh, that's wild.
It's absurd, and I was the only content creator I know, and I couldn't find a single other content creator who had Chase Brown as a top 10 running back last year, and I'm not drafting him. I've traded him everywhere. I'm not drafting him because the outlier numbers show that it's just not an equitable fucking selection. How the heck do I get a job driving a Zamboni? I retired from sales and I want this. Heard. Can you drive with the one hand and the other on a coffee or a beer? I like that. Player takey is useless info. Opinion wise, all good. I'm mouthy tonight. I love it. It's hot. Yeah, you are, Brought. B plus. Devin, you're giving me a B plus. I almost said fuck you, Devin. I hope you fall off of your fucking Zamboni. How about that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Devin. I'm kidding. Don't go, Devin. I love you. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me here, Bones. All love. All right, guys. That's it. Last sleep before we don't sleep. Holy fuck. Are you pumped? Are you stoked?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're going to be shit-faced and you're going to fall asleep at 10 p.m. Eastern time, even though you're on West Coast time.
Yep. Blacking out. Live on stream.
Yeah.
Kidding. Oh.
Well, guys, last sleep before we don't sleep. We got our 24-hour charity draft stream tomorrow. If you have not turned the notifications on, please do so. I should probably grab the link and pop it in here, eh? I should probably grab the link and pop it in here. Just got to make sure I get the right link there, bud. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it's so bright.
I mean, I have Chase Brown behind James Cook. These people are nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Chase Brown's ADP is insane. I love him, but he's going to have to catch 60 passes to make it work. And that's within the range of outcomes. But we just looked at the breakdown, and in terms of rushing attempts, tied for the second least with the Las Vegas Raiders. Regression is due, and it's not going to be pretty. The fall off is going to be significant. You got this, Disco. Appreciate your call, Ramrod. Guys, here's the link for tomorrow's 24-hour Draftathon. Click it, like the video. Turn the bell notifications on. That way, when we go live to kick off this 24-hour charity stream with Derek Brown, the Derek Brown, the real Derek, will stand up and be there for us and not be playing fucking pickleball. I'm sure that Derek eats his vegetables too. Click on the link. Turn on the noties. Appreciate you guys for appreciating us and rocking with us and supporting us. If you haven't watched any of our rankings videos, both Sleez and I have been cranking them out like wildfire. So take a moment to watch those. Enhance your knowledge. Get ready to crush your fantasy football drafts and dominate this year. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow bright and early. And bring your coffees. Bring your coffees, and bring your wallets too. Until next time.